everybody, welcome to College Football 14, Wake Forest Dynasty. I'm your host JT Plays. Last week, the Demon Deacons upsetted the Boston College Eagles and are now bowl eligible at a record of 6-6. Last year, Wake Forest finished 5-7, so this is all new territory. We will go over the final records in just a second, but man, what a year it has been for college football, at least virtually with Wake Forest. We've seen some ups, we've seen some downs, we've seen everything, A to Z, you name it. But when it was all said and done, the Demon Deacons prevailed when it mattered the most. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top 25 to start things off. The top 25 on coaches poll: Georgia Tech, Ohio State, Iowa, Alabama, your 4. Michigan State, Notre Dame, UCLA, South Carolina, Texas A&M, and Connecticut round out your top 10. Arizona State, Texas, San Diego State, Oregon, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ole Miss, UCF, Virginia, UL Lafayette, a surprise. LSU, Miami, TCU, Louisville, and Florida round out your top 25. The guys that just missed out on the voting, let's go ahead and take a look. Virginia Tech, Nebraska, Penn State, FSU all dropped out. So that opened the hole for Ohio. Virginia Tech, who only dropped to 27th. Nebraska, BYU, Central Michigan, Army, Florida State, Western Kentucky, and Wisconsin. So there you go. There's your top 25. On to the Wake Forest 2014 schedule. We will go game by game, see where we could have improved, see where we really shouldn't have won. And it all started at UL Monroe Warhawks. We lost by 12. They ended up going 6-5. We ended up going 6-6. That was in UL Monroe's favor. Northern Illinois, that was a barn burner. We ended up upsetting Northern Illinois at BB&T Field. That was a good win. Next 3 games, Maryland, Vanderbilt, and Miami. We all got blown out, and we all took a hard loss. Miami, the only ranked team right there. Vanderbilt, well, they finished 2-10, so that should have been a game we won. The next game's on the docket, NC State, Duke. We beat them, both back-to-back rivalry games. NC State, that was a come-from-behind victory. Duke, in overtime. Clemson, that was a loss, but what do you expect? It's the Tigers. Syracuse, we win. Then we have our bye week. Army, we win by 1 point. Should have been a lot more. FSU, after the second bye week, we get demolished at Doak Campbell Stadium. And then when we needed it most, we beat the Eagles 25-21. We are going to look up the game summary. We outscored them 9-0 in the fourth quarter. That's all it took for Wake Forest to be bowl eligible. Boston College finished the year 4-8. They will not be going anywhere anytime soon. Now take a look at the conference standings for the ACC. Wake Forest, not going to go to the conference championship. That's A-okay with us. We didn't expect to make it in the first couple of years, but it's a nice change of paces. We're playing in a bowl game. FSU does win the Atlantic side at 9-3, 7-1 conference. Wake Forest, though, finishes second at 4-4, tied with the Wolfpack of NC State. On the Coastal, Georgia Tech, your clear favorite, number 1 in the nation. They finished 12-0, 8-0 conference record. Virginia right behind them at 6-2 conference, 9-3 overall. So Georgia Tech, FSU for your ACC championship this year. Last year, I believe it was Miami and FSU, so FSU the clear dominant. Heisman watch, we are going to advance to next week shortly. Braxton Miller right now leads. He is more than not the favorite to win it. St. John Days, Dylan Thompson, DeAnthony Thomas, and Rod Smith, the remaining candidates for Thomas and Smith out of Oregon and Ohio State. Probably not going to win, so St. John Days or Braxton Miller is your go-to man. The bowl projections now, let's see where after that comeback win against Boston College, Let's see where they have Wake Forest in the bowl game. They have them playing LSU in the Music City Bowl. So, we were playing in the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl 1 week ago. We win. Now we're playing the Music City Bowl against LSU. They're 21st in the nation. That could change after next week. So without further ado, we are going to advance it. And we're going to advance to Conference Championship. We'll leave it off there, but that's where everything's said and done. Who wins what. And let's see where Wake Forest is going. It could stay the same as the bowl game. It could change. That's all depending on what the other teams do. I hope you guys have enjoyed this season of Wake Forest football. It's been a fun one in 2014. We're in year 2, going to year 3. Prepare for the off-season portion of it. If you're new, go back to year number 1, week number 1, when we started this thing. We started out with creating our head coach. Took over a not good team at all. At least for them in 2013. But we've rebounded. We went 5-7. Now we're 6-6 as it advances to the Conference Championship week. We paid our dues, we took our time, and it's all worked out in the end so far. So the 6-6 Demon Deacons Wake Forest, let's see who they are projected to play now. As I said, it could have changed, could have stayed the same. But let's get to it. Conference Championship week, let's go to the conference standings, and let's take a look at the bowl games. FSU and Georgia Tech. As I said, they were the ACC representatives. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scores and schedules. Each one is a bowl game. Remember this. Or not a bowl game, but a conference championship game. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have to offer. Conference championship week, FAU, North Texas in Conference USA. South Carolina, A&M, Texas A&M for the SEC Championship. Utah State, San Diego State, Mountain West. The Pac-12, Oregon, UCLA. ACC, FSU, Georgia Tech, as we said. Michigan State, Ohio State. Big Ten, and Ohio, Central Michigan for the MAC. Now, let's see if we changed it all in the bowl projections. We were in the Music City Bowl against LSU, who's 21st. Well, that result has not changed. But what has changed, LSU number 19 now in the nation. They moved up 2 spots because more likely they are in an ACC, or not ACC, but playing a pretty good team. Some guys lost, and it just fell their way that week. So we're going to advance it one more time. We're going to advance to the bowl season. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this season so far. As I've said, it's been a fun one, 2014, a lot to look on, back on. Started with NIU, came all the way to Boston College. It's been fun. I thank you all for watching. Who did watch, it does mean a lot. I will say this once and once only. If you are new, check out other videos before subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber or subscriber, that I like to say, just mix up the word a little. Like, comment, share, do whatever you feel is necessary. It's been a fun year, but it's now time to see who has who in the bowls. Who are your top 25, or rather top 10 finalists? Who won the Heisman and all that good stuff. So guys, without further ado, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons will take on the LSU Tigers. There's your Heisman results. Braxton Miller wins, as we said. St. John Days does finish 2nd. Dylan Thompson 3rd. DeAnthony Thomas 4th. And Smith, who I can't remember his first name, but he finishes 5th. And oh, by the way, he's a fullback. You don't see a fullback in the Heisman, but look at what he did. He's playing for Ohio State, so you gotta do something important. So now, guys, the Music City Bowl. Congratulations, your team has received a bid to play on the Music City Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee on December 31st. New Year's Eve. Part of the New Year's 6. It's a great honor. We will, of course, accept it. The 6-6 Wake Forest Demon Deacons will take on now the number 20 LSU Tigers at 8-4. They both finished in their conference 4-4. So without further ado, let's advance it. Guys, I want to thank you once again. 10 minutes have gone by. Of course, we're going to wait to play it. Can't wait. But now we are going to look at your schedule, your scores, and your award winners. So starting out with the score department, let's see who won what in the conference championship. FAU defeats North Texas. South Carolina wins by 1 over Texas A&M. San Diego State, not even a contest, crushes Utah State. Oregon, same deal, UCLA. In the ACC, well, if you're number 1, you better show why. That's what Georgia Tech did. 59-14 over the Seminoles. 28-7 Ohio State over Michigan State. That looked to be a very good game as the bed squeaks. Powerhouse number 5 teams, 2 of them in the nation. Ohio State gets the better one. Ohio 38-21 over Central Michigan. On to the award winners, and then we'll wrap things up here from Wake Forest headquarters. The award winners will be as followed. The Maxwell goes to Heisman winner Braxton Miller. Walter Camp. The Benedict will go to Braylon Webb, the first different award winner, as Braxton Miller won the Maxwell and Walter Camp. Nagurski, Dante Dowler out of Florida. O'Brien, Miller of Ohio State. Walker, St. John Days, the runner-up of the Heisman. Bolitnikoff, Justin Hardy out of ECU. Mackey Ward, Rory Anderson, best tight end in college football this year out of South Carolina. Outland Award, center for Michigan State. The Remington goes to Dominic Espinoza out of Texas. Lombardi, Michigan State. Best linebacker, Texas trumps that with Peter Jickens. The Thorpe Award will go to Mizzou. Groza, we have a 5th place finisher, and that's Chad Headland. He does finish 5th for Wake Forest, but a little ironic, the winner of it is LSU. The team Wake Forest will be facing James Harrison. The Guy Award, Michigan State. And the best returner, Jonathan Williams, gave it a heck of a run. 2 touchdowns, 939 kick return yards. But you're not going to beat out Alabama Tide. 669 yards, no touchdowns, 476 punt return yards. In my opinion, you got to give it to Williams or Young from Tennessee or anyone who's had a touchdown. Because what Jonathan Williams did with 2 touchdowns, nothing compared to what Robert Foster did for Alabama, excuse me. So in my opinion, I think Williams should have won that award, but now it's on to the bowl games. We're going to take a look at the top 4 bowl games. So it'll be Wake Forest and LSU in the Music City Bowl. Let's start with number 4, the AT&T Cotton Bowl, Tennessee, Oklahoma State. The BBVA Compass Bowl, it's going to be Rutgers, Mississippi State. GoDaddy.com Bowl, Central Michigan, Western Kentucky. And then the BCS National Championship. It's going to be Heisman winners, Braxton Miller's Ohio State Buckeyes against St. John Days, Georgia Tech. So it should be a good one, guys. We'll see you next week. But as for now, like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you feel is necessary. We'll see you all next time for more Wake Forest football. Hope you guys enjoyed. It should be a fun bowl game, regardless of the result.